Those are the great moments.
We are starting off with cloud cover off to the east earlier, but we had a few snow showers, mainly in the Metro East, and that's the spot I'm going to watch again today. Now, right now, it's as clear as can be, and we're going to look at a really nice start to the morning. Now, it's cold, and any breeze, as we look in Grafton, is providing a very nice bite. It's a cold start to the morning. Temperature-wise, we're in the teens and feels like in the single digits. However, these numbers have started to go up a degree or two. That's important, obviously, for a lot of reasons. We're going to go the other direction today. Yesterday, we fell throughout the day. We're going up as we would expect. Now, off to our southwest, a slightly warmer air mass is on the way. But for now, the next several hours, we're headed for 21 degrees at 9 o'clock. We're at 35. The key for us, compared to yesterday, not as windy, and by the afternoon, a southwest breeze at around 10 miles an hour. What you'll notice is this little system right here doesn't look like much, but I want to point out what that does for us here. You'll notice that we have some light snow showers. It doesn't look like much, but that's going to start to work its way further to the south as we monitor that over the next several hours. That's going to work its way in central Iowa and really in central Wisconsin and Illinois. Now, what does that mean for us? Not a lot, except for the fact that I think the tail edge of it may clip the not only Metro East, but the St. Louis area as well. And I paused this by 9 o'clock because I think for the most part, all this is snow and very light snow. But notice how it's working its way into the Metro East by 8, 9, 10 o'clock. And I think by the time you see Scott tonight, later on this evening, and then Lance tonight at 10, I think there'll be a few snow showers around. But what I think is important to note is, are we going to have some dry air that's in place that evaporates some of that, specifically up to the southeast? I think that generally is the case for most part, but there will be spots in the Metro East that maybe get a light coating of snow. Now, the other thing about it is our temperatures are around freezing at this point. Now, bitter cold weekend is in store for us with late Saturday into Sunday. We have wind chills near zero. And we're going to see the need for extra layers and to bring the pets inside. It's that level of cold. And I think today is kind of bordering on that level of cold, especially if you had the wind. But I think overall, we're watching for the bitter cold weekend. Our wind chills are near zero, if not even colder than that. And that's what we want to highlight here as we talk about our futurecast wind chill. I think you're going to see the specifics are a lot of spots between 0 and 5 below. We're going to start off very, very cold for the morning. There'll be some spots where the wind isn't as significant, but when you look at this departure from normal, like I continue to talk about, our average high this time of the year is 40 degrees. You know, and really overall the next few days, you're going to look at a little warmer tomorrow, but the general trend through the weekend is well below average. And that's what I think we're going to see more of. There aren't too many days as we start to warm up into next week that are above average. So when it's that cold and we start to see these numbers really fall, I think what you can expect this weekend is really cold air. So that's why we have the weather impact alert. Significant below average readings for this time of the year. Colder flurries on Saturday afternoon. There will be flurries around, and I think you're going to see a steady diet of stuff like that. But by Saturday night into Sunday morning, we'll see flurries that really won't amount to much once again. But when it's as cold as it is and the wind is blowing, we have wind chills near zero as well. That will really get your attention. You'll see more of that. Now, by Sunday afternoon, things improve, but it's still very cold. So it's really nothing to ignore, because I think you're going to see significant cold air that's in play. But Saturday night into Sunday, that's our next weather impact alert. You'll see that on the big picture here because we start to talk about the cold air and a lot of ups and downs. Now, statistically, for the second half of the month, there's still the first half of this. It's still a time frame where we still should be seeing really cold air for the average high being 40. By the end of the month, it starts to go up overnight, and then especially in the afternoon. So 45 tomorrow. We have some improvements after that light burst of snow. Windy conditions, our weather impact alert continues Saturday into Sunday. We'll see that with temps at 31 degrees. 15 overnight, mid-20s on Monday. It's a holiday for a lot of us, and you're going to want to stay inside because it's really, really cold in many cases. 32, things improve the next few days. Wednesday, we're at 48 degrees. It's going to be really nice. Back up and back down, closer to average. There is one thing that you can see on the 10-day forecast that we're highlighting, and I'll circle it for now. I'm watching a system specifically next Friday into Saturday. That looks to be our best bet for any sort of rain and snow through the region. You'll notice our temperatures right now. Now, this is many days out, right? This is 8 or 9 days out. That's the next system that we're circling for maybe some accumulating something, right? So they're still days away from knowing where that's going to track. It's still thousands of miles away from developing. So that's one thing that we're watching. Otherwise, it's just really cold this weekend. And there are going to be some, busy times the next couple weekends where it's really cold, it's windy, it's spit and flurries, but also We got some rain and snow in the forecast next weekend as well, and a lot of dry time in between.